Mirrors are said to be portals to another world, but what if the reflection staring back at you wasn't your own? This is the story of the mirror in the attic, a cursed object that shows you your worst fears. When Emily moved into her new home, she discovered an old, dusty mirror in the attic. At first it seemed harmless, just a forgotten relic from the previous owners. But as she cleaned it, she noticed something strange. Her reflection didn't always match her movements. Sometimes it would smile when she wasn't smiling. Other times, it would disappear entirely. Emily tried to ignore it, chalking it up to her imagination. But the mirror had other plans. One night, she woke up to the sound of glass breaking. She ran to the attic and found the mirror cracked, but the reflection inside was still intact. It was her, but different. Her reflection stepped out of the mirror and whispered, "I've been waiting for you." Terrified, Emily tried to run, but the attic door slammed shut. The reflection began to change, its features twisting into something monstrous. It reached out, its hand cold and lifeless, and touched her arm. Emily screamed, and everything went black. When she woke up, she was back in her bed, the mirror nowhere to be found. She thought it was just a nightmare, but the next day, she found the mirror in her living room, perfectly intact. And this time, her reflection wasn't alone. The figure in the mirror began to mimic her every move, but with a sinister twist. It would laugh when she cried, scream when she smiled. Emily tried to destroy the mirror, but it always came back, more menacing than before. One night, the mirror showed her something she couldn't unsee, a vision of her own death. She saw herself trapped in the mirror, her reflection standing in her place, living her life. The figure smiled and whispered, "It's my turn now." Emily tried to fight it, but the mirror's power was too strong. She woke up the next morning, her reflection staring back at her from every surface. The mirror was gone, but the figure was still there, watching, waiting. To this day, Emily swears she can still hear the mirror's whispers, calling her name in the dead of night. And sometimes when she looks into a mirror, she sees the figure, smiling back at her.